Well, I love that. The pink and the green, that couldn't be nicer. But you know, I haven't seen you in a couple of years, and you look great.
Thank you.
You do.
Well, you know,
I don't mean to...
when you're a Prozac. Not enough about you, let's talk about me.
Okay.
Yes, I do look good. I've lived in Hollywood for years and years, and it took me about 15 years to figure out what was really going on in Hollywood. And once I figured it out, I got with the program. So I made it, you know, I did.
And what is it that you figured out?
I was compromised, Walt Disneyized, dried out, detoxed, Jurassified, macroed, microed, lipoed, and psychoanalyzed. I've been on the 12 steps. I've been 12 steps forward. I've been 12 steps back. But who gives a rat's ass? I look good! That's Hollywood for you.
Yeah.
You have to look good.
Yeah, exactly.
Brains mean squat in Hollywood. Pretty legs and great big knockers. That's it. That's all that counts. So I finally, after 15 years, finally penetrated, and I did what I had to do.
Well, good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's all this fishtail. If I wasn't hopping around this fishtail, I would not have lost all that weight. Yeah. I lost about 30 pounds, like in 2 weeks. Just hopping around in a fishtail. It's a hot box.
The last time I saw you, I just mentioned to you during the commercial, I think it was about 2 years ago, maybe even this very week, you and I...
We were on a benefit.
That's right.
For UCLA Medical Center.
Yeah, exactly.
Our agent talked us into...
No, I was there out of the goodness of my heart.
Oh.
I was there because I wanted to give a little something back to the medical community.
That was the last good laugh they had.
Yeah. But you, that night, you were... just an enormous hit. You were great.
Dud.
No, I know.
Big dud. They kept saying, what am I doing here? I'm not in show business.
I went out there.
Well, he's not in show business. What am I in? Really?
I went out there at one point. I was sweating so much because there was nothing going on. I thought maybe, I'll bet I've got malaria. The sweat was just dripping off my... And then you come out, and of course, they went nuts for you.
Chairs just like people. It was frightening. It was frightening.
Not for you.
Well, not for me, because I had done my homework, you know. When I do one of those benefits, I do a little research. So I knew I was going to play to a whole lot of doctors, and I knew they were going to be very somber people, because what do they have to look forward to, right? So I got all these doctor jokes together. I called up all my friends and said, do you have any doctor jokes? So they gave me thousands of horribly tasteless doctor jokes.
I can remember it, too.
You know the one.
I know, I know, too, that now, if I ever have to do that again, I'm doing your doctor jokes.
Here you are. Which one?
Try one out here. The one about...
The one about the hook? No. Everybody, do you all know that joke?
The other one.
Well, my friend Mark Stamen, he's here. He gave me a lot of these doctor jokes. I don't know why. Well, he wrote me a song about a doctor, and I use it in my show. I do a lot of jokes about doctors. Now that I have a repertoire, I have an act. Yeah. An older gentleman goes to a doctor because he's suffering from silent gas emissions.
I thought it was an older woman. Older woman.
No, I'm not going to make it an older woman.
Wait, you said... No, that...
It's an older man.
It was an older... 2 years ago, it was an older woman. What happened to her?
That's another one of those tasteless doctor jokes. They follow each other.
Yeah.
And you have to build. Okay, he goes to the doctor because I'm suffering from silent gas emissions. He says, last night at the opera, I had 4 silent gas emissions.
Silent gas emissions. All right.
Like, why don't you just underline it? Silent gas emissions. This morning playing pinochle with the boys, I had 3 silent gas emissions. And sitting here with you in this office, I have had 6 silent gas emissions. What the hell am I going to do? Doctor says, first thing we're going to do is check your hearing.
Yeah! Yes, sir! Let's check your hearing. Now,
I can't imagine how this goes over in the doctor world.
Now, was there also a joke about a guy going to a fertility clinic?
No, that one I don't know.
Oh, well.
No, I don't know that one.
All right, I'll tell it to you.
Okay, you tell it
to
me.
No, I'll tell it to you during the break, and then you tell it to him when we get back.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
We got to do another commercial. We'll be right back here with Bette Midler. Hey! How you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome back to the show. Traffic will be out a little bit later, and Bette Midler is here tonight to tell us about the specials at the Red Lobster.
Character that I do in my show. I've been doing this character for about 10 years. Her name is Dolores Delago. She's the toast of Chicago. She's a mermaid, and she's the original Little Mermaid and fierce ruling diva. And she's an agony because she's having a midstream crisis.
Oh, that's a shame.
She's approaching menopause.
All right.
Well, you Now it's a living.
Now, you're getting ready to, are you on tour now, or are you getting ready to go back out? Now, tell me about the tour. What is that like? What is it? Describe that for us.
We started last year. We started in August of last year. We started in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Had a fabulous time. Great crowds. I played 6 weeks at Radio City. Had a wonderful, wonderful time. It's different, though. You know, it's different. Everything is very heightened now. Everything is very professional. When I was working, when I first used to work in tours, everything was catch as can, and everything was, you know, messy. Now everything is just down to the T, very precise.
Very sterilized.
Yeah, very sterilized. But the audiences have changed a lot too. You know, they're not the same as they used to be. They're much more sensitive than they used to be. You know, in the old days, you could say just any old thing. I used to have something to offend everybody.
Well, like what? Let's run down the list
you know,
here.
You can't call a junkie anymore. You know, you have to say he's chemically dependent. Yes. You can't say someone like Paul, for instance, you couldn't say he's bald. You have to say he's follically deprived. Everything has to be cloaked in euphemism.
By the way, you're the first one to say that. Thank you.
Dan Quayle is cerebrally challenged.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Someone who's stoned is pharmaceutically fog-bound. You know. I don't know where it's going to end. All this euphemism, you know, people are very sensitive. You have to be politically correct and all that stuff. So you tread a very thin line.
Do you find that the enthusiasm among the people is just the same way it was when you first started out?
It's more than it's ever been.
Oh,
it's quite demented. Well, it's fabulous. They're insane.
That must be very gratifying. I mean, that's what show business is all about.
It's a good thing I stayed away 10 years.
You were
I
gone?
was gone 10 years. I was gone 10 years.
But you got married and you had a baby.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
My life changed radically. Yeah. And everyone, when I married my husband, everyone said that my marriage would never last, because I only knew my husband 2 weeks before I married him. And we got married. We had 5 hours in the car on the way to Vegas. Like gives us an edge.
That's right.
And we're still married. We're approaching our 10th anniversary. I married a great guy. He's a great guy. I married a German fellow. Every night I get dressed up like Poland and he invades me. I had to tell that. That was a special request. That was a special request from an old fan. It's old.
And I would guess that the mermaid outfit keeps a lot of life in the old marriage, doesn't it?
Actually, it does. It does. My daughter has one, too.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter is 7.
7 years old?
She's 7 already.
Oh,
yeah,
that's amazing. You have a 7-year-old little girl. And what is she like? Is she going to go into show business?
Well, I try to discourage her. I do discourage her. I say some of the worst people I know are in show business. But she so far, she still has stars in her eyes. She really likes it a lot. You
know what's great for me and what's great for us, and I guess folks watching at home, you came in here, and you didn't really have to, but you blew the roof off the dump. Oh, yeah. Not many people these days are still willing to blow the roof off the dump.
It's very sweet. Well, it's a lot. I think it's a little too much production for this show.
No, it was
If you want to know the truth.
No.
Well, we had the girls.
Yeah, with those self-playing trumpets. I like those.
Well, I like you, and you had such a everyone here in Los Angeles was so thrilled to see you. I couldn't believe it.
Very generous of you.
And you were so thrilled to be here.
Happy to be here.
I'm stunned.
I'm happy to be anywhere.
Get out of here. This town is terrifying.
No, it's fine.
Well, yeah. You've had a lot of natural disaster.
You have to be tough. You have to persevere.
It's tough. Yeah. It is tough.
Well, and you're going out. What's your first stop on the tour?
Miami Beach.
Miami Beach. Oh, that'll be great. You'll be right at home there.
Right. My tribe. My tribe is there.
Bette, I can't thank you enough.
My pleasure.
It was a great thrill to have you here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Bette Midler, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
We got Bette here. There's a lady said, would I get you to sign these? And these just 3. How many albums you made?